think that there's a lot of things that are laying around the house that we can use for gardening, whether it be container gardening and bringing your vegetables onto your patios in different types of cylinders, different types of pots or old buckets that you might have laying around the house. You know, reusing the pallets like this. If you have old stones, for example, if you took up your stone edging, you could build up a raised planter out of those stone pieces, something a little bit more permanent maybe than wood that would break down a little bit faster. I had a lot of friends that were looking up on Pinterest, to be quite honest with you, and they found a lot of really neat different gardening ideas, and we have a bunch of pallets that are always left over at the end of the season, and so we just decided to paint them up, add a little bit of color for real early spring before things really start to bloom, and then decided to plant up the plants inside of it. So this is made out of just a regular pallet that we use for shipping purposes, and the pallets were already pre-put together. We didn't you know, deconstruct them or put them back together or anything like that. So you start with a pallet, and then we basically put the weed fabric on the back, we lay it down flat, and then we fill it with soil on top. And then after we're done with filling the soil, then we'll go through and we'll take the sphagnum moss and we'll stick that in just to help hold the soil a little bit. And then we'll plant the plants within that sphagnum moss, and then we'll stand them up. And we actually had to anchor these just because they're out in the open like this with T-posts. And so they're connected to our T-posts to make sure that they're sturdy and that they don't fall over. Well, in this particular one, we just did typical sun plants. You know, we did petunias and we did purple potato vine, the chartreuse potato vine. I've got Bidens in here. This gets a lot of hot western sun, and so we were just trying to find things that would survive in a little bit of soil but look really beautiful, again with the teal colors that we have here. You know, we picked succulents to go on the west side just because we had some really nice full sun succulents that are going to fill in really well for us. And then we've got a couple shadier areas that we used bedding begonias, we used bacopa, and some different shade type plants that would flower really well in there too. So when it comes to reusing a lot of the organic products, we definitely want to see them into our soil, especially. So like composting is really important. And then when it comes to these pallets, if you think they're just going to sit out in the landfill, we can have really good uses for them, whether it be from planting the pretty flowers in them or using them for gardening as well. Have fun with gardening, you know, we're not stuck in these little boxes anymore, you know, so definitely have fun with it and think up new things, and even if it sounds crazy and it looks crazy, it may just be the next big thing.